Hey guys, it's Derek and I'm currently in Puerto Rico. So I hope you guys enjoy this view.
And I'm Dan.
And welcome back to the Gleeful Globe.
If you're new here, welcome. Our goal is to be able to brighten your guys' days by presenting you with some good news.
So without further ado, let's move on to our first piece of good news.
You're performing your civic duty, but at the same time you're hungry. What do? Well, Pizza to the Polls, a volunteer-led nonprofit, delivered more than 1.3 million pizzas, burgers, empanadas, donuts, cookies, and other snacks to people at polling sites. The donations totaled a whopping $1.45 million from grassroots supporters.
They wanted to keep their voters' spirits up, especially because of long lines due to the pandemic. It was really important for them to all be happy. Our next piece of good news is titled Madman Digs for Decades to Bring Water to Dry Indian Village. A man wanted to bring water into his village, Kalithwa, in hopes of transforming the barren area into farming land.
He spent 30 years digging an irrigation canal by hand to the closest water source in the Banguera Hills. His reputation as a neighborhood eccentric has since been transformed into a local hero. Well, we love people who take bold action to solve a solution.
Our next piece of good news is talking about how Americans are observing nature during the pandemic, which is helping the scientists with research. Naturalists are heavily relying on citizen scientists to keep track of insect and bird populations during the pandemic. Many ordinary citizens have gone out into nature during lockdown and recorded their observations.
This citizen research is being used by scientists at universities such as Georgetown to create models for the potential risk of current or future human impacts on insect species. Well, if there is one silver lining of the pandemic, it's that we're all becoming scientists now. It's pretty nice. We all know chameleons and how they love to camouflage and hide from us. Well, a chameleon not seen in a century reappears in a Madagascar garden. Volko's chameleon was rediscovered in the Mahajanga region of northwest Madagascar after going missing over 106 years ago.
Over 15 chameleons were found in 2 days, lounging in a shabby hotel garden in town. With this new discovery, 6 out of 25 of the most wanted lost species have been found in the last 3 years. Our next piece of good news is talking about the first product made from plastic from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Yes, garbage. Taking the garbage and making it something useful that we would actually use. Researchers are turning the trash from the infamous Great Garbage Patch into designer sunglasses. Yes.
The nonprofit worked with renowned designer Yves Behar and Safilo, one of the leading companies in the eyewear industry. The new sunglass lenses have full UV protection. The frames are made from the recovered ocean pollution, and they can very quickly be taken apart for recycling. Well, I'd be in the market for brand new glasses, so hit me up.
And our final piece of good news, and we're ending on a great one, is that robbery and theft cases have gone down in the Philippines by 60%. Crime incidents are also down by 46%. Across the Philippines, crime has plummeted during quarantine for no real apparent reason. They recorded an average of 93 criminal incidents per day during quarantine, compared to the 174 criminal incidents that happened per day before quarantine.
The data continues to defy expectations of a sudden increase in crime, particularly robbery and theft, as the pandemic caused many problems in the economy. Well, a reduction in robbery and theft is always a good cause to celebrate.
And that's all the good news that we have for this episode of
The Gleeful Globe. We post videos on YouTube weekly, and you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at The Gleeful Globe.
We hope you enjoyed it for this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it.
Once again, I've been Dan.
I've been Derek. See you next week.